Well, mass shootings and gun violence is tragic, absolutely, but it's not the gun. It's the person with the gun who has a problem. It's not the gun. So, crackpipe daddy here is being called a beach bum. Joe says gun violence is a national emergency, but he's off to the beach. If this is a national emergency, you're not on the beach, old man. You're doing your job as a president, but you can go on the beach, it's okay, because Obama is behind the wheel, and he's been behind the wheel all along. It's just a fact of matter. So during Thursday's White House press conference, Fox News' Peter Doocy, I love that guy, he's just putting them on their heat, meaning their hot chair, even though they don't sit down, but it's definitely hot up there. Question for Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre. Oh man, they were sure winning that one, right? She's a winner. Man, she's just caught with her pants down every time Doozy is asking a question. I love it. So, if gun violence is such an emergency, why is Biden off to the beach? According to the Daily Wire, Doocy noted that Biden has called on Congress to act on gun violence right away, and he's off to the beach, as he expected to repeat that call in an address scheduled for Thursday evening. He did, right before he leaves the White House for a weekend at the beach, because we have a national emergency, so we're going to the beach. I am wondering, did you get some s'mores? I don't know. So, if the president thinks that Congress must act immediately to end this epidemic of gun violence, is he going to bring any of the key players from Capitol Hill to the beach with him tonight? Doocy asked. I love it. Jean-Pierre did her best, but, well, watch the clip below. So let's hear what she has to say for her defense. I mean, she's a winner. At least the redhead communist, she had an answer pretty much, unless she had to say, I'll circle back on that. But Jean-Pierre here, oh man, she's, I mean, it's ridiculous. So let's hear.
If the president thinks that Congress must act immediately to end this epidemic of gun violence, is he going to bring any of the key players from Capitol Hill to the beach with him tonight?
Oh, okay. So I don't have.
That's a big part of candidate Biden's whole thing, that he knows how to get things done.
He does. He does.
Did you just see that? Oh man, she got stumped there. I love it. Keep going, Doozy. Put her down. KJP, that's Pierre. He's beaten the gun lobby before. He has. Doozy. Then why not invite those lawmakers who haven't? Her. But it's not him. Doozy. Beaten by the gun lobby. But it's not. Doozy. And say how it's done? Her. But it's still not his thing. Jeez. Let's hear that.
I mean, he's beaten the gun lobby before. He has.
Then why not invite these lawmakers who maybe haven't beat the gun lobby and say, this is how it's done?
But it's not his thing. It's actually fact. We saw he did that in the Senate during his Congress days, that he beat the gun lobby.
Oh, it's hilarious. Jean-Pierre appears to suggest that the immediate action isn't really Joe's thing to handle. No, it's Obama's thing to handle. The responsibility falls to Congress. What a sham. So Joe can go grab a ring with an umbrella in it. So that was pretty much it. But let's not, downplay that a lot of people lately has been killed by firearms. But again, they cannot and they will not be allowed to either to kind of stifle the Second Amendment. It's unconstitutional, it's illegal. You have the right to bear arms per constitution. Them and their banning this and banning that has not helped anywhere. Gun control don't work. Period. And again, the criminals, they're not going to give up their guns and say, oh yeah, okay, because crack pipe daddy says we have to give up our guns. Well, then we just go over there and hand them over. They ain't going to do that. But a stupid liberal might go over and hand over that gun, and from that moment on, you are a sitting duck when you do that. You have no ability to defend yourself. None. Second Amendment was not designed for hunting. No. The Second Amendment was designed to protect you against a guy like this in the picture and the rest of those communists sitting in Washington. That's the Second Amendment. To protect you against government tyranny. They would like to take that amendment away in order for them to have a boot stamping on a human face forever. That's their goal. So don't give up your gun. Ever. Keep it. And if they are trying to, send agents out to collect guns at private people, they are going to find themselves between a rock and a hard place, in a rain of hot lead. People are not going to put up with that. I know that. And certain places definitely not going to put up with it. So if they really want to do something about this gun violence, I suggest that what's her face? Lightfoot. The one that looks like a fish, or whatever she looks like. I have no idea. She's just creepy. Why don't she invite a whole army of SWATs to Chicago in the bad neighborhoods? And then they bloody go door to door, and then they swoop up all these illegal firearms that is present there. Also, so we can bring down the killing rate in Chicago. Because apparently those people living there, they got nothing better to do than shoot each other up. And I say this is some I don't know, genetic tribal mentality that is going on in black communities. I mean, everybody wants to be a king, but there can only be one, right? So in order for them to only have one king, that means everybody else has to be shot, so there's only one left. That's not a good thing. So that's what the soccer fish there should do, Lightfoot. She should really, really cram down on it. And keep doing it, because I'm pretty sure that they're going to rearm themselves. So you just keep at it. You just keep at it. Get the guns away from those thugs. And the law-abiding citizens, those should just leave alone. You see, I have the laziest handgun on the planet. It's just lying there on the table. All day, it's just lying there. It's not doing anything, it's just lying there. Lazy as an ass. Right? It's not jumping up running out on the street and start shooting. No. He's just lying there, lazy gun. And that's what it's for. It's supposed to just be there. And actually don't, unless you go on the range, it shouldn't be handled at all. It should just be ready at moment's notice in case you have an intruder in your home. Or you're out on the street, something bad is going to happen. Then you have the ability to stop the threat. Also to protect other people. Not just yourself and your family, your wife, your children, but innocent people. Because there will always be some clown who wants to go out and shoot up the place. Maybe this clown has such a mental illness that he's actually wanting to kill himself. So he cooks up in his head, oh, I don't want to live anymore, but before I go, I'm going to take someone with me to the grave. It's sad. So I think we should focus more on the mental issue than the actual gun. Because the gun is doing anything unless someone is behind it doing something with it. It's just my 10 cents on this. I don't really want to speak to it. I mean, I'm just going to go on the beach, right? I mean, what's the point of anything? You're just going to the beach, right? Going fishing. So it's all a farce. And we got to remember what Emmanuel, the advisor for Obama. Can't remember his last name. Rahm Emanuel, that was his name. And he said famously, never let a good crisis go to waste. And I assure you, Crack Pipe Daddy there with shithead, as I called him, and other people on the communist level, they're behind this. They're behind these mass shootings. I truly believe that MK Ultra is very active. And these sad individuals being sent a code and then they activate and go out and do what they do, and then Crack Pipe Daddy and his chumps is going to deal with it. In fact, they're all in on it. Every single one of them. Over and out. God bless you.